Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis. Xur is on Nessus up here in Watcher's Grave in his little tree fort, and it's not the best week for him, I'll tell you straight up. Hardlight you should own. If you don't, it's an auto rifle that can have very strong range with the catalyst, ricochet rounds, fires arc, solar, and void depending on if you want to switch. Very good auto rifle for certain situations. You should own it if you don't. As for your exotics, you've got an okay looking distribution, but it's a 59 stat roll, so if you've got anything in the 60s, it's probably better. It is high mobility, some recovery with discipline and strength, so it depends on where you're using this thing. Absolutely no resilience for the PvE world, but again, it's a 59. You've probably got something better. For the Skull Fort, it's a 64. You got mobility, recovery, strength kind of being your high peaks, and for PvP, that's not a horrible situation for some ADS strafing, some recovery, strength on a melee build. It's not amazing, even though it is a 64, it's not the worst. So if you've never had it, this is not a bad one to pick up and experiment with for PvP, but there are better. And then we've got Apotheosis Veil, 61, again, 3 in recovery for a Warlock, not great, on top of the fact that this exotic itself gives you ability energy when you cast your super. Now, unless you're just like running a super Thresh bad juju build or something, I don't imagine this is going to benefit you that much. So if you don't own the exotic, you can add it to your collections, but that's about it. For your two weapons, you've got an opening shot Hawkmoon, which in essence sounds reasonable, but you've got increased stability, moderately controls recoil, decreased handling, and then you've got increased handling and decreased stability. So these two are working against each other. So unfortunately, while opening shot is probably one of the better perks on this one, I don't imagine that these two working against each other is a god roll. So you probably would want to skip this one, look for something a bit better. As for Dead Man's Tale, you do have moving target, and then you've got increased handling, increased range, and increased range. So if this is one that speaks to you, not too shabby. Moving target for ADS speed, and then you've got range, and handling. Seems actually like a decent roll. I don't think that's COD roll per se, but definitely better than the Hawkmoon. All right, as for the legendary weapons, you've got some mediocre things here. You've got 4 times the charm multi-kill clip on a Chrysler Mellow. It's a solar auto rifle. It's got a decent roll on it. I mean, you've got some range or stability, fast reload. And those two actually would pair well together. You get more targets killed, theoretically get, multi-kill to stack a little bit higher. It's not bad, so if you're looking for a solar auto rifle and you're just lacking, it's not awful. Zen Moment and Outlaw, just not exciting. It's fine. Extraordinary Rendition with Surplus, Tap the Trigger, Flared Magwell, or Tactical Mag with Corkscrew and Stability. You're going to have probably the most stable SMG that you could ask for PvP. I don't think it's going to win any awards for anything, but if you're looking for one that is just very stable and probably as high as an SMG is going to go for, this would be one that actually might hit that. Waveframe Grenade Launcher, it's auto-loading and lead from gold. It's not that exciting. I mean, you got a big blast radius, decent handling, decent reload speed. If you don't have a Deafening Whisper, maybe pick it up, because Void has some moments where it has some fun benefits to using, like, Void synergies. But in general, I would say they're just better perks, so you could probably skip it and not really be hurting too bad. Hipfire on a slug shotgun, I can't really recommend that one. Field Prep and Wellspring on Tarantula. If you don't have an arc linear fusion rifle, that's the only reason I would say pick this one up. And then for Third Axiom for a pulse rifle, Zen Moment and Thresh is just not exciting, and there's enough other arc pulse rifles out there, I would say find a better one. As for your armor, the only legendary armor that is worth pretty much even calling out is this one for the Hunter. The Hunter Gauntlets at a 64, you got mobility, resilience, some recovery, high discipline, and some intellect. Now, if the intellect was where the strength was, I would say that's basically all you could ask for, but still at a 64, high mobility, some resilience, and a little recovery with discipline, I would say for a Hunter, check your Gauntlets. This is actually a decent pair. Pretty much every other piece for both Titans and Hunters is going to look like this, or this, or this. They're all not great, not amazing, too much intellect, too much mobility on the wrong class. This is literally the only one that I can tell you this week is worth your time. And that is basically it for Xur. So I will be around this weekend. I don't know if I'll be streaming. Merry Christmas to everybody for Sunday who will be celebrating. I will probably not be doing any streaming on that day. But take some time, enjoy a little break, have fun with your family. I've got plenty of guides out there right now. I will probably work on my 30-minute run for Operation Seraph Shield, but outside of that, I've got solo flawless runs for everything out there right now and plenty of other guides. So check out the channel. If you're new here, hit that like. If you enjoy the content, if you want to say hello, drop a comment, say hello. If you want to find me on Twitch or Twitter, it's Ebontis, but right here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert bell. That'll get you all of my guides and all the feature stuff coming, and we're not that far away from Nightfall, because this is going to be a short season. Have a good one, everybody. Happy holidays, and I'll see you soon.